Should you hire movers? Should you not hire movers and just do it on your own? Stick around as we get into that and the question of the day. What's going on, guys? Matt in the hat, Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list. I come to you on Monday through Friday, each and every week around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We hang out and talk real estate. We talk properties new to the market with recent price reductions or something unique about the property that I want to share with y'all and want y'all to know. I also answer a question of the day that is submitted by a listener of the podcast. To find out how you get your question on air and answered, just stick around to the end. Finally, I recognize and thank a sponsor of the week each and every single week. And if you are curious how you could become a sponsor of the week, just hang out with me a few minutes and I will get that answered for you. So thank you guys so much for joining and tuning in. Welcome to the first Monday of 2021. Not the first podcast of the year, but the first Monday of the year. Hopefully you guys had a happy and safe New Year's Day, New Year's weekend, and ready to get back after it and get rolling this coming year. For everybody watching this on Facebook, YouTube, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Don't forget to share this out, tag somebody, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those bell notifications as well, so as I bring new videos like this one, you guys can come check them out. So the property we are talking about today, the address is 820 West 25th Street in Carbondale. So it is a few miles north of town. This one is a pretty unique property, and that's why I want to talk about it today. It is a 2-bed, 1-bath shop house. It's got an attached 2-car garage, 1,240 square feet of finished space, currently listed for $149,000 courtesy of Midwest Land Group. So this shop house has completely been remodeled, at least the residential portion of it. So it's a 2-bed, 1-bath, does have a loft up top, and of course it is attached to a huge shop. It's got 6.6 acres of land to include a stocked pond out in front of the house. And they fully remodeled it from floor to ceiling. Got a nice open concept with the kitchen, dining room, living room, just all flows into one another. Kitchen does have a breakfast bar, and it's got some nice big bay windows in the property as well. In the living area, you can see the new hardwood floors that they've done, and they also have a pellet stove in there as well. So it's very cool, very unique, definitely worth checking out. Also, it does have, in addition to the shop that's attached, there is an outbuilding and a covered patio. So if you're curious about what the property looks like or live around that area, all you got to do is just click on the link in the description. That's going to take you right to my website so you can see the property for yourself, check out the pictures. And if you have any questions, since you're on my website, just shoot me a message, let me know. Or if you are a pre-approved buyer looking for something along those lines, all you got to do is just reach out to me. We can set up a time to take a look at it. And before I get to the question of the day, I do want to recognize and thank our sponsor of the week this week, and that is Westside Recycling right here in Emporia. They are located at 3401 West 6th Avenue right here in Emporia. They purchase scrap metal not only from individuals, but from businesses as well. And their business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They've been doing it for a while. I know that when they first got rolling, they got a new material handler that they got in, and man, that thing can move some metal. Let me tell you, I've seen that thing in action, and the guys that operate it are phenomenal at it. Definitely know what they're doing. I can only imagine the amount of hours and training that they have put into that, but they make it look so seamless, so simple and easy. It's just crazy to see how much metal that they can move with that handler. It's crazy. I've included a link to their Facebook page. That's the best way to get a hold of them and get their contact information, just click the link in the description, take you right to their Facebook page. Again, they'll give you the physical address, their phone number, and their business hours as well. You can also shoot them an email. Their email is on their Facebook page as well. If you are a small business owner, entrepreneur, sales manager, employee of a location, and curious how you can become a sponsor of the week and support the hot list, all you got to do is shoot me a message or drop me a comment wherever you're listening to this at, and we'll have a conversation, see if you qualify and interested in being a sponsor of the week for the hot list. And that goes out, you get recognized for a week, and that goes out to Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon Music. So all you got to do if you're interested is shoot me a message, and I will be happy to have a further conversation with you and go from there. So the question of the day. This is my favorite part of the segment, and I love getting these questions because, again, not only helps me educate myself in some cases, but also educate others as well. How do I know if hiring movers is the right call? And, you know, this makes sense and ties. I thought this was a good time to answer this question because it ties into what we've talked about as far as some of the deep cleaning and the moving over the past few weeks. So what about hiring movers? Well, let's start with this. Picture this. You spotted the perfect home for you or your family. It's in a nice, quiet neighborhood at the end of a cul-de-sac, surrounded by shade trees, fenced-in yard. It is absolutely perfect. As you're walking up to the house, you already kind of have that feeling that this is home. It's already feeling like home. And you make an offer later that day. It gets accepted, goes to closing, everything's done, closed, wrapped up. You can finally breathe that sigh of relief after a few weeks of doing this. Now comes the difficult part, moving. Whether it's just you and your spouse, or you got the full Brady Bunch going on, there are many reasons why people hire movers. Some have limitations as far as their physical ability. Maybe it's too labor intensive, or they just can't dedicate the time needed. Now, it doesn't end there either. Movers help homeowners in many other ways that people may not realize. And after sitting down, doing some research, talking to some people, here are the top 6 reasons hiring movers is going to be the right choice. Number 1, you have the right amount of labor. When hiring movers, you don't have to worry or fear that last minute call of your friend or family member saying something came up, not going to be able to help you move. Sorry, bro. We've all got those calls. We've all made those calls in some situations. And friends or family say they're gonna be there, say they're in, and then come the day of, they're nowhere to be seen. Movers are going to show up because A, you've hired them, B, you've paid them, and C, it's their job. That's what they do. And by hiring them, this ensures you don't have to frantically call for help or maybe that 4th person to move the piano, which I've been that 4th person. And let me say, pianos, not a whole lot of fun to move. They are more trouble to move than pool tables. And I've moved a few pool tables. So just FYI, now that I say that, don't call me. Because the chance of me helping you move something like that, no, maybe 20 years ago, not now. Movers can also help relieve some stress as well, because you're not calling to find help, so you're not scrambling, just rolling through your phone book trying to figure out who you can call and who can drop whatever they have going on and come help you. Because with, if you can't find somebody to help, you feel like things are going to be spiraling out of control, spiral, and you're going to feel like you're in your own personal little hell, and this move will never finish, never happen. Number two, they're experienced equals unmatched speed. I'm sure you're a great mover and shaker. Packer and mover. Remember, but keep in mind, you don't do this every day. You don't box things up. You don't pack. You don't carry items like this every single day. Movers are experienced. They're practiced. They're like a well-oiled machine, and they can get the job done in a fraction of the time. So they're not waiting around for somebody to show up and help carry that couch into your living room, or maybe upstairs, downstairs to whatever room that you want it moved into. Number three, tools. If you've been alive for a few years, chances are you have moved a few times, whether you've moved yourself or you've hired movers to help and do it for you. Chances are that you've done this at least a few times. Like, for example, I'm 39, and in my life I have moved 8 times that I can think of. And the times that I have moved, granted the last one was 10 years ago now, I mostly relied on brute strength, box tape, maybe some trash bags, and a whole lot of adrenaline and sure will and determination to just get it all done and get it over with. Speaking from experience, there's actually a lot of tools of the trade that movers use. For those that don't know, I worked at a Sears location for 10 years, and for what I did for the most of those 10 years, I actually delivered appliances, lawn and garden equipment. So I am very familiar with moving appliances in and out of homes. Still don't call me to help, but there are basic tools from hand tools, power tools. You get more in-depth tools like dollies. Some moving companies even have cranes that are able to move furniture to the second story, or move through the second story windows. Now, most movers have considered all the tools needed for a particular job, and generally have everything on hand to get a job done and get it done in a timely manner. So if you haven't done this ever, or it's been a while, chances are they're going to have what you're going to need, so you won't have to either rent it or go out and buy it. Number 4, if something breaks, it will be fixed. Hopefully you're insured. Please get insurance, whether it's renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance. Just get that done. But keep in mind, moving companies are definitely insured, which means your belongings are insured too. One of the worst parts moving, again, speaking from experience, having your friends or family help you, and just knowing somewhere along the line, somebody is going to break something. Hopefully it's not a priceless family heirloom, and it's a chair or a shelf or bookcase that you didn't really care about. Moving companies don't hire your friends. What I mean by that is, if movers accidentally break something, you are going to be compensated for the loss of that item. And I'm willing to bet that if you had a friend move you and they dropped something, they broke something, damaged something, that insurance and that replacement from the moving company is going to be better or more security in your mind than your friend buying you lunch or a case of beer or whatever. And just with a, little hashtag, sorry, bro. Number 5, small doors. If you are a first time home buyer, homeowner, you may not always be aware of what's in store for you, especially if you get a little bit older home. Yes, the hardwood floors are beautiful, have that original trim work on there. Usually, this is also accompanied by narrow doors. So most modern homes have standard doorways between 32 and 36 inches. There is a lot of items that you can get in, especially a 36-inch door. Now, older craftsman homes or Victorian homes may only have 28 or 29-inch doors or other non-standard doors or door frames. These are just fine to walk through, but what about navigating your couch or even a refrigerator through those doorways? That adds a degree of difficulty. I have no doubt in my mind that many movers have done this tons of times, more times than I would guess you have yourself, and they know what to take apart, plus they know how it goes back together, again, in a timely manner. And finally, number 6, avoiding costly injuries. Now, this was something I never really thought about until I got injured doing deliveries while I was working at Sears. Hopefully you're in great physical shape, and you are also determined to move yourself. Again, just one more thing, what about those injuries? While you may be in good shape to move, physically fit, able to just hammer it out and just go, what about your friends? What about your family members? What if someone were to drop a stove or even a fridge on your foot, or their hand slips while they're carrying a couch, an entertainment center, something heavier, and it injures your hand or your shoulder? Well, let's talk emergency room numbers. So the average emergency room visit, I looked this up, national average for some type of sprain or strain is, on nationwide average, $1,498 to treat. Any type of open wounds on average are about $1,650. And then the most common one, back problems, and that is just the emergency room visit, is $1,467. Now, this does not include any time off from work for recovery, any type of rehabilitation needed, or any follow-up visits that are going to come with this and you'll need to do with this as well. So that's it. Those are the 6. So let me run through them one more time. So top 6 reasons hiring movers is the right choice. Number 1, they always have the right amount of labor. You don't have to worry about that last minute call of something came up and I can't make it. Number 2, their experience equals unmatched speed. Now, again, I'm sure that you're a great packer and great mover yourself, having done it, you're a seasoned pro. But it may just be you, it may just be your spouse or your young kids. Movers are like a well-oiled machine. This is what they do, and they know how to do it in a timely manner. Number 3, tools. If it's been a while since you've moved or you've never moved, it's going to take more than just brute strength, box tape, and your determination. Movers have everything they need, from basic tools to more advanced tools like dollies or cranes, to get your items moved and get the job done. Number 4, if something breaks, it will be fixed. Because moving companies are insured, anything that is broken or damaged is going to be replaced, whereas your friend drops something, they're most likely to buy you lunch or maybe a case of beer with just a hashtag sorry bro on there. Number 5, small doors. Now, don't get me wrong, I love older homes that, you know, have the original hardwood floors, the original trim work, crown molding, looks absolutely amazing. Now, those homes often have smaller doorways between 28, 29 inches or another non-standard size, where modern homes now are 32 to 36 inches, a lot simpler and a lot easier to move items in. And finally, number 6, avoiding costly injuries. While I mentioned multiple times, you may be in great shape, great physical shape, that doesn't mean your friends and family will be. So just keep in mind that the average cost for emergency room visits for sprains or strains is almost $1,500. Open wounds are over $1,600, and back problems are over $1,400, not including any time off from work for recovery, rehabilitation, or follow-up visits. As an added bonus, I'm also including in here one little bonus item that I found. Now, typically, and a lot of people don't know this, I just learned this as well. Typically, you can deduct moving expenses from your taxes. That also means there's a high chance that you can deduct the cost of hiring movers as well. So I don't know about you, but that's kind of an added incentive to leave the heavy lifting to the pros. And this leaves you to organize boxes that are being unloaded, start sorting through the boxes that are already inside, or just kick back, drink beer, and introduce yourself to your new neighbors. So that's it. Those are top 6 reasons why hiring a mover could be the right choice. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching the Hot List. Again, my name is Matt Johnson with Keller Williams Realty. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have a phenomenal Monday, and tune back in tomorrow for the first market update of 2021. I'll see you then. Take care.